watching Let's Chat.
This Sunday, if you want to take the family out and hear some fabulous music and not have to pay a thing to get in, the next few minutes are for you. We are here talking with Wayne Estrada and Bob Schmidt. These gentlemen are with the Jericho Brass. Guys, good to see you both.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
I can remember hearing you all years ago when the late, great Luther Massengale would play some song that you guys had out, and he was so proud that you have local connections and so proud that your music was dynamite. How long has the Jericho Brass been together?
We've been together since 1998.
Wow.
And we're currently under the conductorship of a fellow by the name of Frank Hale. And Frank is a world-renowned conductor.
Right.
Wayne can tell you a little bit about some of his conducting experience.
We'll get to that here in a moment.
Okay.
What led you to get involved with this, with the Jericho Brass?
The musical quality is outstanding. We have most of the people in the band are music educators. I'm a professional trumpet player. And the quality is just a symphonic, sonic sensation to come to something like this.
How many pieces are in the band?
We've got about 35 members in the band.
Right.
And it may go up one or two or down one, but it's been around 35 for virtually its entire history. If you counted the folks in this photo back here, there'd be about 32, I think, in that particular photo.
But the core group has been together, as you said, since the mid to late 90s. May I borrow your horn for just a moment?
Sure.
I'm not going to play it, but I did want to show you, and unless you're a music person or you were involved in a high school band like I was, you don't know how many different kinds of brass instruments there are. Can we get a close-up of this maybe to show you an idea of the intricacies of this particular horn? And this is not the standard trumpet that high school and college kids play.
No, this is actually an E-flat cornet, and our brand is made up of E-flat and B-flat cornets, trombones, baritones, tubas, and percussion.
Wow. And why silver as opposed to a conventional colored horn?
Mostly beauty, is to tell you the truth.
How long have you been playing?
50 years.
50 years? Wow.
Actually, 55.
What, did you start when you were 6?
I started when I was 12.
When Luther was playing the Jericho Brass on the air, I would go up and ask him, so Luther, who is this you're playing? And he would say, it's the Jericho Brass, in that big Luther voice. And he said, it's not the Jericho Brass Band, it's the Jericho Brass. He was very taken with your music, and I can certainly see why.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you're going to be playing at the show coming up this Sunday.
Well, a variety of things. We're going to be playing marches, a Shostakovich speech, waltzes, a little bit of popular music.
Right.
This is not a marching band or a brass band like you think of. It's a really symphonic band, very a sonic experience that you just can't miss.
And it's not just brass, it's also percussion.
Well, that's exactly right, but and that's an important part of the brass band experience, or the brass group experience.
Right.
And the point that Wayne didn't make, and I'm going to make it, is that he's been playing a long time, but he also happened to be, which are typical of many members, the soloist with the show Navy band, the U.S. Navy band show band that travel the country. And so we've got some really interesting, very high performing level players.
And you guys have traveled all around the Mid-South and, in fact, around the world. And collectively speaking, when you combine everybody who's just here in this picture, you've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of combined musical experience. All right, we are kind of running out of time, gentlemen. The show is going to be at the Hickson First Baptist Church on Grubb Road. It's coming up this Sunday starting at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
How long is it going to last?
About an hour.
About an hour, and you guys probably, like most bands, will do an encore or two if the audience wants it, right?
Yes.
And again, it is a free show. It is family entertainment at its best. And like they say here at the bottom of their poster, Jericho Brass will bring the heat. So, Wayne, Bob, great to meet you both. I wish we had some more time so you could play a little bit for us. But anyway, we hope you have a packed house and a wonderful, wonderful show. We got to run. That's all the time we have for this edition of Let's Chat. Besides, these gentlemen have to go home and watch us here today starting on News 12 at noon. We'll talk more about the forecast, which does include another record-setting day today, the way it's shaping up now, and more on the day's top stories. We'll see you here today at noon for News 12.